Hello, I'm Mike Troy, editor of Retail Leader. I'm here in New York at the NRF Big Show with 37,000 other people, and we're cutting through the clutter with Symphony Retail AI today. I'm joined by Ryan Powell, SVP of Category Management. Continuing on that cutting through the clutter theme with AI and category management. A lot of chatter about what AI is and what it isn't, the impact on category management. You got a take on that you can share with me?
I do, and I think one of the really important things to understand about AI in general is that it really allows us to process large volumes of data and make sense of it. In the age where we have data lakes and we have all of this different information to analyze, especially in category management, it's really important to be able to make some sense of it.
Yeah.
So from an AI perspective, what we're doing in category management that we think is actually pretty revolutionary is we're changing the entire way, or plan to change the entire way that retailers and manufacturers look at the category management cycle. So what we're trying to do is leverage AI to essentially collect all these different pieces of data from the web, from sources around weather, events, geographies.
The whole structured and unstructured thing.
Absolutely, structured and structured data, including data from the loyalties and the retailers and manufacturers. Bring it all together, and then really analyze three core elements. Analyze, curation. How do you need to change your set to reduce it to something that's simple and clear?
Is curation double as assortment?
Yeah, so it's kind of within the assortment capability, right? And really all of this is around planning, better planning and optimization. But really kind of understanding what set is going to best facilitate what my customer is trying to do, and then how do you rationalize that SKU set? Okay. The second thing is new items. So understanding how attributes that are kind of out there in this unstructured data and the structured data that we have, understanding how does that translate into things that we currently don't have in our portfolio, whether you're a retailer or a manufacturer, right? So from that perspective, those are pretty significant capabilities to add and drive through AI. And then the third one's really understanding within the kind of set cycle. So I've already executed my plan. What are things that I should consider changing, and should I consider changing? With those three components, what we actually end up with is a change in the way that category management is executed. Because we believe that by knowing all of this information and having AI constantly monitoring all of these factors, then instead of planning a cycle in category management that you previously would have done, what you actually end up doing is leveraging the system to tell you when you should execute a cycle, right? And that changes the entire way that we do.
So I can see why I need AI for category management. It's like, it was never easy. It's still not easy. It's like a lot harder now. I'm thinking it's harder because you've got the whole digital piece with people buying products online or shipping them to stores or using stores as fulfillment centers. That's changing the purchase behavior, and it's all gotten very weird and complicated with digital, right?
Absolutely.
So if I don't have AI, I'm hopeless. It's hopeless, right?
Yeah. Well, think about this. Today, you have to make decisions, understanding every piece of the data, understanding all these little details. In the future, you're going to have something that tells you, hey, listen. There's a magnitude of change in the data that suggests you should do something. And based on history, we recommend that this is what you should do. And based on the breadth of data and understanding, we believe you'll get this ROI in this benefit realization timeline. Now all you have to do is make a decision on whether or not you feel that fits your strategy and fits what you're trying to execute. That's a huge difference. You're taking months of research potentially and boiling it down into a decision you can make in a day, knowing that you're making a good decision.
So let's kind of bring this to a head, and I'm always curious about this when it comes to technology and humans, because especially with AI, if I'm a category manager and I'm used to doing things a certain way, now I've got a new tool maybe I'm not comfortable with, and it's changed, and change is hard for people. What's been the reaction in the marketplace as you talk to category managers and their merchant leaders about using AI better?
It's a great question, because I think about 95% of everyone I talk to about this agree. They may not have thought about it this way, but they agree that it is something that would be beneficial.
Right.
I do think there are a percentage of people that where it is uncomfortable. My perspective on this is that some of this change is going to be very uncomfortable. Moving away from someone who's had 30 years in the business, fully understands everything about their products, has a gut feeling and a sense, and can sniff out a good deal. Or
thinks they can anyway.
Absolutely.
AI might prove them otherwise.
Well, and that's the benefit to AI. It's giving you a set of facts that you can leverage. You know what? If you want to make a different decision, the human's still in charge. We're not saying AI is going to make all of the decisions for you at this point. But what we're saying...
Well, the value proposition here is that I'm using AI and it frees me up to do strategic stuff as opposed to the tactical.
Exactly. We believe, especially in category management, that there's a lot of quantity that happens, but the quality is diminished. This is to bring back the quality within the process, and really the way that you think, and it should be focused on your customer. It should be focused on their experience in the store. It should be focused on making sure you're satisfying their needs. And with retail now, and the e-commerce piece, it's all about experience. Do I want my experience to be fast? Do I want it to be rich? Do I want entertainment or services? And so this is all to get to the point where you're saying, how do I move quickly enough to continue to keep up with my consumers' needs?
There you go. Got to have AI.
Got to have AI.
All right. Thanks, Ryan.
No problem. Thank you very much.